Hello football fans and Real Madrid fans. In this video we've got both versions of the third shirt for Real Madrid for the 25-26 season. This one here on the left is called the fan version. This is what the fans can pick up in any sports store. It's priced around £85. That is about €100. And then on the right, we have the player version, which is exactly like what the players wear on the pitch. And this one is priced at £120, and that's €150. And in this video, I'm going to compare both of these versions. They might look the same, but obviously you see a little bit of differences. But in this video, I'm going to show you all the differences between both these versions. And by the end of this video, I promise you'll know which version is best for you. Okay, so first of all, let me show you the Adidas Trefoil, which is the traditional Trefoil. You can see there that it is stitched and embroidered onto the shirt, and it looks really good, high quality. And this version is obviously made to last. The whole of this fan shirt is made to last. So there we have that one. This is the fan version. The stadium shirt is also called. It's also called the replica, but that just confuses a lot of people. So it's a replica because it's a replica of that, basically. But there we go. There's the fan version, stitched and embroidered. And then I'll show you the player version, which is the authentic. Let me zoom in a touch. Look at that. Look at those lovely intricate details. So this is heat pressed onto the shirt. It's ironed on, you know, heat pressed, ironed on transfer, but looks really, really clean and crisp there, look. Next, I'll show you the club badge, which does look beautiful, stitched and embroidered like that, look. Let me zoom in nicely so you can see it. There we go, look at that. Beautiful stitching all around. Look at that crown. Beautiful, intricate, woven stitching embroidery, look. And it is stitched onto the shirt itself. So there's the fan version. And then we go back to the player version, which is heat applied. Looks so nice. Look at the crown details. Let me zoom in again. Look at that. Wow. This is also heat applied onto the shirt so that there's nothing coming through for the players when they're wearing it on the back. But look at that crown detail there. Look at that. Beautiful. We get to see the material there. We'll get into that shortly in the video. Okay, the Fly Emirates, let's have a look. Staying on the player shirt, that's the player version. It's just heat applied on. And then we go to the fan version, which again, I think it's just the same transfer. It's often the very same on these two versions, but the home version, which I've done a video on, that'll pop up sometime now. So click that if you've not seen the home version, or the away shirt rather, as well. But there's that. I think they're both the same, look. Not much difference to show on the Emirates there. Okay, so next I'll show you the collar, which is a cross. It's actually a round neck or an oval neck. And it's a cross V-neck style there, look, where it overlaps each other. And on the fan version, this one, it's a little bit, you can see the rib defects there. It's like a really thick material there, really hard wearing. This is made, don't forget, for everyday wear, whereas the player version over there is more for, you know, collectors, collectability, and maybe the odd wear every now and then. But let's get back to what we were talking about there. The collar, nicely ribbed, looks really, really clean and nice, look. And then I'll show that against the authentic, the player version. Let me get rid of them. And look at this, it's just better quality, look. It's still an overlapping crossing neck at the bottom there, but you can see that added texture. Look how nice that is. And it's much more breathable, this version, of course, throughout this whole shirt rather also. But look at those details. Okay, now an interesting thing on the stripes, which I'm going to show you next. This is the fan version, which is stitched on, look, you can see there. And this is the heritage Adidas zigzag stripes, look, which some of you may know. If you're a big fan of Adidas, you'll know what those zigzag stripes are, look. And this is the first time it's been on a Real Madrid shirt. So that's really, really cool, I think. And it matches in line with the trefoil look. But how cool is that? Stitched on. And it looks just beautiful, to be honest. You get the HP sponsor on the sleeve, heat applied, which I think it's pretty much the same transfer again. But you can see the material there on the fan version. And then we'll get into the sleeve details, look. Good side by side there you can compare with, look. Totally different on the player version. Much more details. Just overall better quality on the right one, which is the player version, of course. And then getting back to the stripes, the zigzag stripes, the 3 stripes on this player version are heat applied. So they're just like heat applied onto the shirt, just as the transfers are. But looks really good. I actually prefer the stitched stripes because they look more prominent. But of course you can't have stitched on a player shirt because they don't want it to interfere with the rubbing of the skin underneath the shirt, etc. But really, really cool. The difference is there with the sleeve also. Right, so next let's get into the material. This is the AEROREADY, the fan version, says so there. And it's a straight cut hem at the bottom. And look at that. It's a nice thick material. Really good quality, and you can see these going all the way up. This mimics the Santiago, the blue is the seats in the Santiago Bernabéu, and this diagonal is to also emulate that. So that's really cool. How good does that look? Look at that. Really is a beautiful shirt. This is the most requested shirt I've had on this channel for a long time. So don't forget to like the video if you're enjoying this, if it helps you out. And then let's just transition there. We'll show the fan version look. And then we'll transition to the player version. Oh, look at that, would you? This is the authentic. Straight cut hem on the bottom. Look at that material. Look how breathable that is. That is absolutely incredible, look. Absolutely beautiful, look. So let's get in on that. Each one of those is perforated, look. And there's a bit on this corner, see here. The seats of the Bernabéu, look. And there's an inscription underneath here, which my Spanish isn't very good, to be honest. But that translates to 90 minutes in the Bernabéu is really long, basically. But how cool is that? I love these little nods on these third shirts by Adidas. Okay, I think that's everything I've shown you on the front, but let me flip these over and show you the back. Okay, so this is the back. You really get to see the material differences on this side, look. Looks really, you can see all those little perforated patches on the player version, and you can see them more woven and stitched on the fan stadium shirt. But look at the shine on the stadium shirt, is really nice. And the big difference to show you on the back is the RMCF. This is a simple heat applied transfer, and it's just heat applied onto the shirt. And then we'll compare that. Look at the back of the collar also. We'll compare that with the player version, the authentic. Much better collar at the back. And these really stick out. It's hard for the camera to show though, but let me... Look at that. They stick out and look really prominent and really nice. You can see that beautiful material as well though, look. But how nice is that? So that's pretty much the back, guys. I'm going to flip these over now and give you my final thoughts on this shirt. Real Madrid 25-26 season. So there we have it, guys. This beautiful shirt for me. It's hard to choose which one's the best version or which I prefer. But to me, it's actually a clear winner on the player version. It's too nice. It's too good. Those perforated, that material is just, it's just really nice. But I do like how that shines, look. So it's very hard to choose which version is best. I'm going to go for Team Authentic, sorry. But do let me know if your team fan stadium shirt or if your team authentic player shirt. Beautiful, look at that. Let me just get in on that again, show you. It really is beautiful, look. But you can really see it prominently on the fan version. So, real tough choice with this. It's a very tough choice, very, very tough choice. I'm going to go Team Authentic. There you have it. So, hopefully this video has helped you out in choosing which version is best for you. Please like, subscribe for more. Watch all the other videos that I've done for Real Madrid. I've done the home version, I've done the away shirt. This completes the Real Madrid shirts for this season. And hopefully this video's helped you out, as I said. And watch the other videos popping up right about now. And they're just so nice. I can't stop the video, look. Beautiful shirt. I'm definitely Team Authentic. So that's it, guys. Thanks for watching. And I'll see you in the next one.